Watch out, huh, cat.
Let's turn off the kitchen light too.
Okay. Nobody's on there yet. Oh yeah, much better. I guess what would be ideal. Hey guys, Darren here. Hello, Dr. Falcon. How are you doing? I saw what you had sent me on Facebook. You're not too far up there into Tennessee. I won't say exactly where, even though we don't have a lot of people on, but that's pretty cool. And I looked at your Facebook stuff, not creeping on you or anything like that, but you told me it was you, so that's pretty cool stuff. I understand. Fat and sassy as ever. Me too. Me too. What's been going on with you since you got home? I'm curious, how did you come about with the name Dr. Falcon or Doc Falcon? Hey, Martin. How are you doing, man? And today we're just gonna jack around. Oh yeah, the hooch over there taking a nap. She's trying to, so we're gonna make a lot of noise. And gonna jack around, do a little bit of talking. Okay, sounds good, Doc. And I want to show you some of the stuff hot down in Texas from Martin. What area of Texas are you in, Martin? Don't be too specific. Remember, operational security, but just kind of, what, within 100 miles, say. Shush it, lady. Shush it. But trying to think what's going on. Got home last night from, I was up in Chattanooga doing some work. 100 feet from the border. Well, there you go. Well, I can almost guarantee there's some sand and it's hot. And there might be a fence. Maybe not, just depending on what area. That is a hot day. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Fluids. Drank a lot of fluids. Stay in the shade. Don't go outside from 12 to 3. Goodness gracious. I got a friend over in Arizona, and he was talking to me. He said he's almost nocturnal now because he lives out in the desert in Arizona, one part of it. I won't say which, but he says that they get up at night and they are almost completely nocturnal as far as their routines. They're both retired. So they get up in the evenings and do their day stuff and go to bed and sleep during the day. They have like an underground house. And soldiers, yes, absolutely. Yes, sir. From what I've heard, soldiers on both sides. So let's hope that the heat does not give people an unusual temperament. Perhaps, especially down around the border, let's see if we can have cool heads prevail. Trying to think what else have I been doing. Chickens. Been working on chickens. Got home last night. Expanding and working on the chickens. The chicken.
Yeah, chicken pajamas.
Fencing. Oh yeah. And I have to show you this because the wife won't let me. This is for the grandson. Chicken pajamas. (1964) Ford Falcon and 70 and a half. Anyway, I'll be damned. That's very interesting. Good story, Doc. I like that. I never had a Ford Falcon. I have always had like GMC stuff. 67 Chevelle, 70 Chevelle, 72 Nova, 69 442. But yeah, Thanks, Marvin. Yeah, and this, or Martin, I'm sorry. Thanks, Martin. It's for the grandkids, 4T. And then his first get home bag. How about that? It's dinosaurs. And it has kid stuff in it, obviously.
Underwear.
Hey, Doug, what are you doing? How are you feeling? This has underwear, change of clothes, water bottle, baby wipes, blah, 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 9mm. No, it doesn't have a 9mm in it yet. We'll do that later when he's 2. So when he turns 4, we'll let him start carrying a gun. Not really. So that's the kind of junk that she wanted me to show you. Sunbeams, Pontiac, Mopar. I gotta say, I like Mopar, Doc. I can't afford them that much. You're working on the mud mower. I'm glad you're doing better. I'm glad you're working on it. I was trying to watch all your updates and catch ups. I had to go up to Tennessee, do a little bit of work up there. And so I watched a little bit of your stuff, but I have not caught up with you completely. Tell your wife I said hello. Doug Swinger. Tell your wife I said hey. What you want to talk about today? Dust can be a pain in the butt. Is this something for playing, Doc, or is this just like for cutting? If it's just for cutting, odds are those bolts have never been broken, and that's all factory stuff. And it can be a pain. I mean, it's not terrible. You know, jack the frame up, unbolt it, drop it down, roll it forward, slide it out. Yeah, okay, it's for working. Okay, that's not too bad.
Your building's being delivered.
Yeah. Hooch was talking to me. So it's not too bad. Check the, make sure the pulley, once you get the pulley, make sure the pulleys are sized the same, because if you're not, the belt's going to be different. And it's not terrible because that's what we all used to do, but it can be a pain in the butt. Okay. Well, that's cool. That works out pretty good. You put leads on on the mud mower, Doug. Well, that's pretty good. Oh, LEDs. Okay, that makes more sense. Those things should be very bright, and they sip electricity. They don't draw much as far as amperage at all. Okay, good job, Doc. Yeah. Yeah, depending on how it was run or strung. Yeah. It's good that you grabbed the belt. Well, hell, you know more about it than I do, so I won't talk anymore about that. They're bringing my new building. Both are peerless. Check the C-clip. Go ahead and spray it if you can, because sometimes those things are rust welded to it, and I've had to beat them to where the top of them mushroomed, and it did not work well for me. But you know, hit them with some. Oh, good job! Hell yeah! Okay, like I said, I'm going to quit suggesting stuff, Doc. Hey, Chris, what are you doing? How is everything going with you? We're getting ready to have the storage building delivered, or the shed delivered, which is going to be my office, and it's going to contain all of my, well, not all of my prepping stuff, but a buttload of my prepping stuff. And
I'm gonna help you move everything in it for you.
Oh yeah, and the Hooch, she said she's going to help me move everything, and she better act right, because I'll move her out there and I'll just take the house. How about that? Hush it. You're not leaving. You're stuck. Craftsman AYP. Is that a green one? I don't know. Is that like an LT1, Doug? Or send me a picture. I've got a bunch of left. Dang, that sounds good. Fresh chicken with potatoes. What, did you roast them or fry them, Chris? And Harrison Rome, thanks for coming by, man. And you posted a question. If the shaft and the pulley is dry, no oils, you can use vinegar to destroy the rust. Absolutely, you can. Vinegar, and a lot of people don't know this. You can use Coca-Cola. You can use molasses because the, gosh, I can't remember exactly what it is. Is it phosphorus? No, it's not phosphorus. The phosphates, I think, in the molasses help break down the rust. It's interesting. I've used it on a couple of monkey wrenches, some old adjustable pipe wrenches that I found at yard sales, and it works really good. Roasted in the oven for 350 for an hour, 45 minutes. Man, I bet that's good. I bet that's good. And you had potatoes with it? Man, that's good. Fresh chicken with potatoes, roasted. That's good stuff. For carpenters in the restoration projects. Interesting, Harrison. So are you from Australia, Harrison? Don't give away too many specifics because we are public. It's a public domain, but just curious. Actually, okay, we got a few people on here. I'm from Central Alabama, and I know where most everybody else is from. Guys, just shout out and say what state or what continent or country you're from. It might help some of the other people. It's a green one, Doug. I think I've got one. I have to go out there and dig around. Okay. You're in South Central PA. Maine. Yeah, I know where you are, Chris. Doc, yeah, I know where you are too. I was thinking the next time I have to go up to Chattanooga, I looked, and I won't say where you are, but it's not too terrible. Maybe we could, if you wanted to, we could get together for lunch or something like that. Or something like that. I don't know. I could be a crazy stalker though, so you got to be careful about that kind of stuff. But yes, sir. Good moonshine. Hush it, lady. I don't need no comments. She's in the back laying down, nattering away. But they're going to be delivering the building Monday, and it will be nice. It's a 10 by 16 storage building, and I had them do a custom build on it, which don't mean much except they changed it around a little bit. Hang on. Well, that ain't it. Let me see. There it is. This is what we're looking at. There we go. That's what we're looking at doing. And then I'm going to, the shelving is across the back. I'm going to knock the shelving off, insulate it, finish everything with 2x4, finish everything with plywood, do a plywood interior and then paint it. And we'll do insulation in it, of course. So I'm excited because I need this to do my work. So it can be a tax write-off. Hey, BSS. Or BS. Marvin, how are you doing? Man, I tell you what, I just swam out of Walmart a while ago. In the parking lot. I am not kidding. It was 3-4 inches deep. It was 3-4. I had to change clothes to get ready to do this podcast or this live stream. It was so much freaking rain. It rained for 10 minutes, 3 inches of rain in the parking lot, and then it quit. After I got completely soaked and closed the door and wiped all the running water off my face, it stopped raining. Yeah, that sounds great, Doc. Yeah, that sounds great. And we'll just get together. It doesn't have to be online or offline or something. We'll just get together and have some lunch and see. Oh yeah, yeah. It rained some last night here in Central Alabama, and then it threatened rain all morning. And I was outside working and moving some stuff around and going to get feed and everything, and then coming back from Walmart, it just went just dropped. Everything just dropped out. But what has been going on with y'all? What is happening in your world, guys? Y'all been doing okay? I was trying to think anything else just outstanding. Oh, you're kidding. The Blue Angel show got canceled because of the rain? I'll be damned. That's a lot of rain. I've never seen their shows in person. They do a lot of them down towards where we go vacation, down in Florida, down Pensacola. Down in Pensacola,
Who?
where we go vacation.
Pensacola and Gulf Shores.
Pensacola, yeah.
Pensacola Beach.
Yeah, Pensacola Beach. That's where we go to a lot. Thanks, Doug. I don't know how to do that kind of stuff. I appreciate you doing the sharing it and the hangouts. I appreciate you doing it. I'll be done. Good afternoon, Harold Fisher. How are you doing? Are you new to the show or the channel? Is this a show? I don't know. Welcome aboard anyway. What can we do for you today? Okay. What area are you from? The United States? Okay, thanks, Doc. Or what state? Okay, don't laugh. You know, everybody gets these gun mats to do all the building stuff and everything. Well, I just take it and throw it over my seat, and I use it as a headrest. It's actually quite comfortable. Okay, you got it from Small Engine Nation. Well, that is good. I will have to thank Doug again for setting that up for me. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, thanks to the Mayhem. Yeah, we'll call it the. Thank you very much, Doug Sweeney. We'll call it the. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all figure out a name to call it. I have no clue. You're in Nashville. Okay. I just left from Chattanooga the other day. I know there's a couple of other people on here who are up there in Tennessee as well. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff. I have a question. This is something my wife had posted to me. And this might get a little bit personal about me, but not about y'all. Dr. Shabbat Garg. Hi, what is this stream about? I have no idea, actually, Doctor. It's just about us talking about well, Daniel, you have a nasty mouth. Do you kiss your mother with that mouth, Daniel? Let's just go ahead and delete that. There we go. Thank you, Marvin. I wonder if he kisses his mother with that mouth. He's a dirty monkey. Anyway, no, sir, I've never been to Mexico. Never have. Marvin, if you would like to just go ahead and delete him or remove him from the feed, you are quite welcome to. I don't know how to do it. I guess I can do it in a roundabout way. But this is what I know about vacationing in Mexico. Now, I have a good set of family friends. One is a federal agent. One is a police officer. They have a small vacation group, or that they set up vacation areas. It's a very small travel agency, I guess. And they have recommended to me the times that you go, you always stay on whatever group setting. If you're going on Disney, you stay at the Disney resort. If you're going on any other resort, you stay at the resort. You don't leave the resort. That is what I know. I've been offered to go do some work in Mexico City, a small city just outside of Mexico City. I don't know. I don't know if I'll go. The pay's good, but I don't know if they've given me the offer to do it or not do it. So, hey Becky, how are you doing? Dr. Shobit Garg. What do I do? In my grown-up life, I'm a vibration analyst and infrared thermographer. I predict when things fail. So I have a lot to do with industry. You're having trouble sleeping. Can I say, yes, absolutely. I'm not a doctor. You could do lemon balm, or opium lettuce. You fixing to put a belt on, Doug? Oh, cool. Watch your fingers. Those things pinch. Bearded CB82, how are you doing? Welcome aboard, sir. Kava. Yeah. Good one, Chris. Yes, Chris actually does a lot of the herbal stuff as well. I seem to recall from our conversation a couple of days ago. So Chris would probably be more knowledgeable than I would. Well, man, welcome aboard, bearded CB82. You might be disappointed in coming on this one because it's not too exotic or anything too special. We're just going to sit around and talk and yak about whatever's happening, what all's going on. How did you find the channel? I'm curious. Oh, never mind. Small Engine Nation, it sounds like. Guys, feel free to post all your content, and Doug and Marvin, if you would. We did this last time. Let them post whatever channel information. Well, thank you, Bearded CB82, and thank you, Doug. Guys, feel free to post whatever information over onto that side of the screen, all your content. And guys, I would ask you, as a courtesy, take a look at their stuff. If you don't like it, you don't have to obviously, watch it or see it. But most of us are all related in a roundabout way. I don't do a lot of the off-road stuff and the mud mower stuff anymore. I still do it, but I just don't do a lot of it, don't post a lot of it. But it all kinds of trickles down. Go-karts are gone fishing. Two fun things. Can't freaking beat it. Welcome. Thanks for coming by, man. That's pretty good stuff either way. I agree absolutely. Chris, heavy cardio for 2 hours, but then I would, after I threw up, yes, I would want to take a nap. I would. Well, see, you got some help there, Dr. Garg. It does indeed. Now, here's the thing. People always say, well, how the hell did you progress from small engine stuff to the prepping stuff? I've always done prepping, but here's the thing. If you have a lawnmower, it's a small engine. So you keep it maintained, you make it run. Well, how was your generator set up? Well, it's a small engine, air cooled. It's the same thing that's on your lawnmower. You take care of it, you maintain it, you make it run. Okay, well, how do you do your pump for your water in some kind of situation? Well, odds are, let's go over it again. It's a small engine, it's air cooled. You maintain it, you make it run. That's how you do it. So people laugh at us and joke and pick on us for doing all the redneck stuff with the mowers and everything. But in an austere situation, when things are tough or hard, you can make a generator run. You can power lights. You can power your house. You can power your pump to water everything. Really? I did not know that, Prepping Badass. And we have greatness in the house. Prepping Badass. Welcome aboard. And guys, I would ask you to take a look at the podcast, Prepping Badass, and as well as the Facebook page, yes, the Facebook group, and as well as the YouTube group, Prepping Badass. If you would post your pertinence on there, as far as the site, or all three of them. They're really good stuff. I listen to them religiously 2 or 3 times. Hang on, I'm doing it all morning. And in times of need, you become somebody's best friend. Absolutely. My neighbors walk across the street. The few that I have, they will come to me and say, hey, are you still doing this? Maybe you could help me do this. And yes, I raise unicorns now. Unicorns and chickens. Country prepping was more along the lines of being handy and self-reliant. Absolutely it is. And that's... Nah. Prepping Badass? Nah. I mean, you got you got the podcast going. Man, I appreciate it. And I appreciate all the stuff that you say and that you push to my channel. So I can't help but return the favor. So guys, take a look at them on whatever podcast provider you have, Prepping Badass, and go to it and say Mayhem sent me, or Murray. They may not know who it is, but or Darren. Everybody knows me as Darren. Doc Falcon's got a spare bag of pixie dust. That's good. That'll feed my unicorns. Yes, Prepping Badass, the Survival and Basic Badass Podcast Show. There we go. Hang on, I gotta grab something. All right, guys, now we're back. I had to stir the chili. Now, I will show you this, by the way. I like them so much, I support them on Patreon. Prepping Badass. There you go. Can't beat it. Priorities. Yes, sir. Priorities. There you go. What else? You raise unicorns for me. That's horrible. That's really horrible. I love it. I love it. Trying to catch up with everything. Turkey Bay next weekend at Land Between the Lakes in Tennessee. Small Engine Nation. Harold Fisher. Dang, I got a lot of you guys up there in Tennessee. I hate that I just left from up there. Yeah, unicorn is kind of chewy. It is kind of chewy. It's best to pressure cook it. Cut the horn off so the head fits in the pot and close it up. That's the best way to do it. But trying to think what else is going on. What else do you guys want to talk about? We're up to like 17 people. We've been on for a half hour. I try not to keep these things too dang long, but the horn is like Viagra. Yes, sir. I guess it is. I guess it is. Or, like we've talked about before, you can order it from India. Absolutely. Okay, I will mention this. Not the Viagra stuff. And got to go finish up the cart take here. Be careful, Howard. Thanks for coming by, man. I really appreciate it. Doug's a really good friend, and he's really cool for posting all the content and linking us up. I have no idea how he does that. You be careful, Howard. Thank you. People are talking about the antibiotics that you can get. You can get fish antibiotics or animal antibiotics and all that stuff, and you can't. It's absolutely the same thing. I worked at a large training hospital for years and years and years. I was actually pre-med before I got derailed, I guess. So from 18 to 28, I worked at a large teaching hospital here in the South, and I worked there doing as a research technician. We did all kinds of stuff. We did the cutting edge research on HIV years and years ago, back when it was called GRID, G-R-I-D, gay related immunodeficiency. I'm just giving you some background on this. And so I have a long history, a long medical history. But if you're needing to do for your prepping, if you're needing to do this, you can buy your antibiotics from Canada, Mexico, or India. And they're a lot cheaper. It is officially illegal because you can't buy stuff with a prescription from overseas without a prescription. But you can absolutely buy it, and they will send it to your house in a big old box, a big old cardboard box. So if you want 10,000 tablets of amoxicillin, and it's pretty reasonable, you can buy them that way and then store them and stick them away. So that is my illegal tip for the day. And we will talk about suppressors on the next channel, how not to go to jail. Absolutely, they are. They're the same things. They're made the same way. For years and years, I used to give my kids, back then we would, you could, if you didn't have insurance, you go buy fish mocks. And yeah, it's the same stuff. It's made in the same plant or a factory that produces it, and it's all the same. You can't find diabetes drugs online. Have you looked in India? I'll see if I can post. I'll see if I can send you some links. Depending on what type, it can be quite expensive. The diabetic drugs, but you can get them. I know a lot of people who buy them from Canada and from Mexico. Yeah, I mean, you can, and like I said, it's officially illegal, and so you could be arrested for it, but so's doing 60 and a 55. And if it involves your health and well-being, I can't tell you what to do. Use your best judgment. I think we're all adults, but I will say I have in the past, and I will continue to do that, to stockpile that kind of stuff and take care of my people. That's what I would do. Absolutely. Yes, Prepping Badass, the Survival Handbook by Joe Alton, Doc Bones. Fantastic resource. If you don't have it, that should be one of the first books in your prepping library. You can get it off of Amazon. I'm going to say 25, 28 bucks for the paper version. That's what you want. You want the paper version. You can get it in Kindle, but get the paper version first. It's really, really good. Buttload of information. You can really resource the hell out of it. I have a couple of PDRs, which are physician desk references. My family is all kind of in and around the medical field. So my sister, she's a burn nurse at one of the major hospitals, and so she'll kick me an old PDR, like last year's PDR, when she gets a new one, and I'll take it and use it for reference. Yes, Doc, you have to be very careful discussing this kind of stuff, and you have to, yeah, I absolutely agree. But this is, since I kind of brought it up, I feel like if it's, I understand. There we go. I posted that. Yeah. Doc Falcon, I have 4 ex-wives. I have to say, I bought 4 houses, 2 sets of titties. I understand. And I learned a lot as well. Andrea Morta's book called Diabetes No More, The Man Was Murdered. Interesting. Pet Mountain for Antibiotics. That's a good one. That's a good one, Prepping Badass. Yeah, Pet Mountain. That was what yeah, that was the link. I posted that, or I approved it. So absolutely, that is a really good way to stockpile your antibiotics. A lot of stuff you can get off of Amazon, like, and my wife rolled her eyes when I did this, but you can, Benadryl is one of the things. It's hard to, I do a lot of herbal stuff. It's hard to find something that will counteract a histamine reaction as quickly as Benadryl. Benadryl's good damn stuff. So you can buy it in 600 count bottles. I believe that's right. So I bought 600 count bottles, and they're 15 bucks a piece or 12 bucks a piece, something like that. But I'll never have to buy Benadryl again the rest of my life. And we put it aside in our locker, our first aid locker. And I might need to do a video on that. And some of the stuff we keep here on the property, some of the stuff we keep offsite in a storage building, just for theft. If I talk about it, I don't want to have it really on site, because some of the stuff is controlled substances, but it's medication for me or my wife. I take some high blood pressure medication, so some of that stuff is, specifically for me. Hang on, let me catch up with all the stuff you're posting. Doc Falcon, yes. Calvet Supply is also a good antibiotic store. I'm not familiar with them. I will make a note of that. Calvet Supply. Your ex-wife had bypass surgery and lost 200 pounds. I'll be done. I used to have severe allergies, stopped consuming dairy, refined sugar, corn syrup, and bread, and then we went. Kudos to you, Chris. That's fantastic. I don't use any, I'll preface it by saying, I don't eat anything that uses sugar except for beer. I drink a lot of beer. I like my beer. And I do like bread, but no soft drinks, not really any milk, no teas, no energy drinks or anything like that. Nothing. If I drink coffee, I drink it black. And if I drink tea, I drink it unsweetened. I know I'm a redneck. I drink unsweetened tea. Go figure. And I have to say, I have felt so much better. And people say, well, you shouldn't drink the beer because it has all the sugar. You go to hell. Jesus wants you to drink beer. It's why he makes so much beer. Jesus loves you. He wants you to drink beer. This is an adult show. What was it Thomas Jefferson said? Beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy. I think that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, or look it up and Google it. Well, all right, gentlemen, we are approaching the 40-minute. Milk and cheese are the big one for allergies. Coffee depresses the vagus nerve system. Really? I just don't know if I can quit coffee, dude. I mean, Chris, I know you're probably right, but damn it, man, that's the only, I stopped the drugs, I stopped the strippers. I can't quit coffee. That's the only nasty thing I got left that I do, man. Yeah. Hey, I have heard that pregnant women, yes, that it is advantageous for pregnant women to drink wine on occasion, not in excess. But I have heard that as well. But I guess, guys, we're at 41 minutes. I don't want to keep y'all anymore. I know y'all got a bunch of junk to do. So we're going to wrap this up. Man, I got to tell you, I really appreciate y'all coming by. Watermelon? No beer or coffee. Absolutely. I agree completely, Prep. Badass. Yeah, the only good thing is we can make shine. And I know a bunch of you damn boys up in Tennessee know how to make it because I make it down here. And y'all probably make it twice as good as me. Next conversation we have is going to be about shine. Moonshine. Corn liquor. How about that? Got to have my coffee. Absolutely, I agree completely. I got to have 2 cups in the morning or I'm going to stab somebody with a knife. That's just me, though. I could be cranky. You've never had real shine. Send me your email address. We're going to talk later offline. We have to correct that because you can't go to heaven unless you've had moonshine. It says in the Bible, somewhere in there, like Philippians, I think. Oh, my goodness. What? I don't know. I'm heartbroken now. All right, guys, we're going to have to work everything out. Doug, thank you, sir. I'm getting ready to go. I just keep rambling on. Guys, we're at 43 minutes. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. You always make my day when y'all come by. Take a look at the channel. We've got the Facebook page up. We've got something set up on the Twitter, something. Don't ask me the address yet. I don't know it. We're going to do the page and the YouTube page and the Facebook page and all that good stuff. Yes, Doug, I am Small Engine Nation. I thought you'd get a kick out of me saying that. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks to everybody for coming by. I know it took time out of your Saturday. So go take care of your people.